All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to talk about the lightweight division, specifically George Kambosos and Devin Haney, and some email that got exchanged in which George Kambosos, in my opinion, is trying to play Devin Haney like a sucker. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. Happy New Year. Happy 2022 to you. Let's talk about one of the best divisions in boxing, the lightweight division, and some back and forth that took place between Devin the Dream Haney and George, I think his nickname is Ferocious Kambosos. And I thought was absolutely hilarious. But before I do that, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Hit the bell icon so that you can receive all of the notifications for the videos that we do. And also, please make sure to support our partner and sponsor, busr.ag/Fanon, where you can get a free $22 at the time of this video if you are going to be betting on any of the boxing matches coming up this weekend or any of the other sporting events out there. But let's get into it. George Kambosos right now is the undisputed champion of the world according to the WBC, and that means that he holds the WBC franchise belt, the IBF franchise belt, the WBA, excuse me, not the WBA franchise belt, the WBC franchise belt, the WBA, the IBF, and the WBO World Championships, and pretty much holds all of the cards at 135 pounds after he beat Teofimo Lopez. Devin Haney, who is the WBC champion, or I'm not sure what title he has, Mauricio Suleiman called it the Pride champion, but now, according to the WBC, a secondary belt with the WBC is trying to get a fight with George Kambosos and sent out a note which read like just a stereotype for me, because knowing everything that is going on in the lightweight division sounds to me like just a straight up play to try to get Devin Haney to inadvertently help him in his negotiations with Vasily Lomachenko. And let me tell you what I mean by that. First and foremost, George Kambosos has a promoter by the name of Lou DiBella. Lou DiBella, immediately after the fight took place with Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos, was pretty clear about what route he thought he would want to take with George Kambosos and which route he did not think he was going to take. And that route, the one that he didn't think he was going to take, was the one with Devin Haney. The one that it sounded like that he wanted to take is the bigger money fight, that being the one with Gervonta Davis. Also, around the same time and after that, Bob Arum said that he expects the WBO to order a fight between George Kambosos and Vasily Lomachenko. If you are familiar at all with how the lightweight division and the championships in the lightweight division have played out over the last 4 or 5 years, you will know that Bob Arum has, throughout that whole time, is pretty much had a lock on on the 130-pound division and the 135-pound division, and right now has a lock on the 140-pound division. And one of the ways that he goes about doing that is his control over the WBO and his ability to get them to mandate fights for his fighter against other fighters. Bob Arum has such a good relationship with the WBO that it has been known and been called whatever Bob orders. So when Bob Arum says that he is under the impression that the WBO is going to order that fight, I'm telling you, that is him telling you that WBO is going to be ordering that fight. So George Kambosos asking Devin Haney to hurry up, because this is what he said: hurry up and make me an offer, because you know there's other people in line for this, comes across as just an absolute con job, where he's saying, all right, hurry up and make me an offer. Because what's more than likely going to happen is once he has that offer on the plate, that is going to set the bar for whatever negotiations he's going to try to have with Bob Arum and the WBO when they get ordered to start that negotiation. So I would be very, very surprised if Eddie Hearn did not know that, and if they actually made some large order to offer to him ahead of that, because that is, again, just probably going to be used as a place setter and a starting point for the negotiations that he's having with other people. If Eddie Hearn, if he was serious, if Eddie Hearn really wants to know what the prices are and get the best value for the fight with Devin Haney and George Kambosos, he would wait till the other offers are made and see whether or not he can beat those offers instead of being the first guy out there, because more than likely, you know that the other guys are going to come in, or at least Bob Arum is either going to force him to do it, or he's going to, in the negotiation to make it smooth and make sure that George Kambosos does not drop those belts, is going to maybe go a little bit higher than what he's offering, what Eddie Hearn is offering. But anyway it goes, just in the talk, he's clearly not saying to Devin Haney, yeah, that I'm set on fighting you. He's saying, hurry up and tell me how much money you're going to pay me, because there's other people that want to fight me as well, so that I can use this information to try to get and raise up the prices and create what Devin Haney himself said was a bidding war. So Devin Haney himself saw that was going on, and I don't really take what George Kambosos said is him being any closer to really fighting Devin Haney, and is really just going to try to get that number out there so he can take advantage of the information and what they're willing to pay him to try to use that as a starting point and move up. Because I personally think that first of all, that George Kambosos and these guys know that WBO was coming with that Lomachenko fight, and also that Lomachenko fight, unless Eddie Hearn really wants to invest a lot of money in that fight, is probably going to get beaten by Top Rank and the money that they can get for a Vasily Lomachenko fight over there in Australia, because Vasily Lomachenko's already said that he's willing to go to Australia to have that fight. So, I just think, man, it's George Kambosos, trying to be cute, still being out in the media, trying to drum up what he can, man. And honestly, dude, he's acting not much different, in my opinion, than Teofimo Lopez was, with the exception that, Teofimo Lopez never really acted like he wanted to fight Devin Haney. He really, to me, seems like he's just trying to ride with the moment, trying to get as much as he can out of it, and wind up selling those belts over there to Vasily Lomachenko, because he has and actually I would suspect, this is just my belief, that George Kambosos really does believe that he has a better chance of beating Vasily Lomachenko than he has of beating Devin Haney. When George Kambosos says, yeah, I'm looking for somebody that I can go to war with, Devin Haney is not the type of guy that he can go to war with. Devin Haney is going to be fighting on the outside. He's not going to be sitting there in the pocket exchanging with George Kambosos and giving George Kambosos a chance, to tee off on him. It's just not going to work. Vasily Lomachenko is somebody much more likely to stand there and create a very, very active fight with him, not exchanging punches, but slipping in between punches and all of that. That's much more likely to take place with Vasily Lomachenko. But anyway, that's my thoughts on seeing the back and forth between the two. I just think it's a sucker move from George Kambosos, again, just to try to get the bidding war going, and that is about it. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section, and with that, I'm out. Peace.